Most people walk into a high-end grocery store and see a healthy lifestyle. I walk in and see a 40% idiot tax on your net worth. You aren't buying better food, you're buying the highest margin commodities on the planet because they put them in a wooden crate and played some smooth jazz. Look at this jar of almond butter. It's $14. The store paid $1.80 for the contents and 40 cents for the matte finish label. That's a 500% markup for a feeling of virtue. You think you're investing in your health, but the only thing you're actually investing in is the grocer's quarterly earnings report. Let's stop pretending this is about nutrition and start talking about the $600,000 hole you're digging in your retirement. I'm Mark Fletcher, and today we are exposing the business of the high-end grocery tax. Open your bank app. We're doing the math. Welcome to the Money Sprint. Put down the avocado toast. We're going to look at the receipt. Let's start with the vibe. High-end grocers spend millions of dollars on store design, but it's not for your comfort, it's for your dispensation. In a discount grocer like Aldi or Lidl, the floor is concrete. The items are in cardboard boxes. The lighting is bright. This creates a psychological state called efficiency mode. Your brain wants to get in, get the eggs, and get out. You are focused on price and utility. But the high-end grocer wants you in leisure mode. They want your heart rate to drop. They use wooden crates instead of plastic bins because wood signals nature and tradition to your primitive brain. They use black shelving because it makes the colors of the produce pop, making them look fresher than they actually are. Have you ever noticed the thunderstorm in the produce section? That little misting system that sprays the vegetables every 10 minutes? You think it's keeping the vegetables fresh. It's actually doing the opposite. The water causes the vegetables to rot faster by promoting mold growth. So why do they do it? First, it makes the produce look dewy and alive, which allows them to mark up the price by 30%. Second, it adds water weight. You are literally paying for the weight of the mist when you get to the scale. That fresh kale is 10% water that you just bought at $6 a pound. They place the bakery near the front for a reason. The smell of warm bread triggers a physical hunger response. When you are hungry, you make impulsive decisions. You stop looking at unit prices and start looking at delicious possibilities. By the time you reach the actual aisles, your cart already has a $6 baguette and a tub of $8 olive tapenade in it. You haven't even bought real food yet, and you've already spent $20 on vibes. If you want to win the money sprint, you have to stop thinking in dollars and start thinking in percentage of income. Let's look at a standard health-conscious grocery list for a couple. 1 gallon of organic milk, 1 dozen pasture-raised eggs, 2 pounds of organic chicken breast, a bag of spinach, a jar of almond butter, 1 bag of fair trade coffee, 4 avocados. If you buy this list at a high-end grocer, you are going to pay approximately $85. If you buy the exact same list, the same organic certifications, the same nutritional profiles, at a high-volume discount store, you will pay approximately $52. That is a $33 difference on just 7 items. Now, let's scale that to a full weekly shop. The average high-end shopper is spending an extra $100 to $150 per week over the efficient shopper. An extra $100 a week is $5,200 a year. Most people say, it's just groceries, Mark. I have to eat. Sure, but you don't have to eat the aesthetic premium. If you take that $5,200 a year and you invest it in a low-cost index fund, earning a historical 8% return, do you know what that Whole Foods effect costs you over a 30-year career? $641,000. You are eating a luxury condo in retirement. You are eating your kid's college education. You are eating 5 years of your life that you'll have to spend working in a cubicle just because you wanted to buy your apples out of a wooden crate instead of a cardboard box. Is the experience of the grocery store worth $600,000? Because that is the check you are writing every time you choose the fancy store over the efficient one. This is where people get defensive. They say, "But Mark, I'm investing in my health." I agree. Health. But the high-end grocer has weaponized your fear of illness to inflate their profit margins. This is called the health halo effect. When a store is branded as healthy, shoppers unconsciously assume that everything in that store is good for them. You'll see someone walk into a high-end grocer and buy organic, gluten-free, non-GMO potato chips. They are still potato chips. They are still fried in oil and covered in sodium. But because you bought them in a store with a harp playing, your brain tells you it's a healthy choice. You are paying double the price for a junk food item just because it has a clean label. Does organic always mean better? Sometimes, but the marketing has outpaced the science. If you are buying a fruit with a thick skin, like an avocado, a banana, or a pineapple, the organic version has almost zero nutritional or safety difference compared to the conventional version. The skin protects the fruit, but the high-end store doesn't tell you that. They just put the sticker on it and mark it up 50%. They are selling you purity insurance that you don't actually need. Many of the luxury private label items in high-end stores are manufactured in the exact same factories as the budget items in discount stores. You aren't paying for better beans. You are paying for a better graphic designer. The second part of the high-end grocery tax is the convenience surcharge. High-end stores are masters of selling you time at an astronomical hourly rate. Go to the produce section of a fancy grocer. You'll see a plastic container of pre-cut pineapple. It costs $9. Next to it, a whole pineapple costs $3. It takes exactly 60 seconds to cut a pineapple. When you buy the pre-cut container, you are paying a $6 premium for 1 minute of work. That means you are valuing your time at $360 an hour. Are you making $360 an hour at your job? Because if you aren't, and you buy that pineapple, you are effectively working for the grocery store. Then there is the hot bar or the prepared food section. This is the ultimate wealth killer. They sell roasted Brussels sprouts for $12 a pound. A bag of Brussels sprouts costs $2 a pound. They added 20 cents worth of olive oil and salt, put them in an oven for 20 minutes, and marked them up 500%. People say, "But I'm too busy to cook." No, you are too disorganized to cook, and that disorganization is costing you a fortune. If you spend $40 a day on healthy prepared meals from a high-end grocer, you are spending $1,200 a month. You could hire a private chef for that. Or you could spend 2 hours on a Sunday meal prepping and save $10,000 a year. And don't get me started on the wellness shots. Those 2-ounce bottles of ginger and turmeric that cost $5, it is literally 10 cents worth of juice. But because it's in a tiny bottle in a refrigerated case near the checkout, you grab it as a treat. You are paying a 4,000% markup on ginger water. That isn't wellness. It's a scam. We have to talk about the ego. Why do we feel embarrassed to be seen at a discount grocer? Why do we feel the need to carry a branded bag from a luxury grocer like it's a fashion accessory? This is status signaling. We use our grocery bags to tell the world, "I have the disposable income to shop here. I am part of the tribe that cares about the planet and my body." The grocery store has become a surrogate for a personality. The bank doesn't care about your organic status. The compound interest calculator doesn't care if your almond butter was stone ground. The only thing that matters in the money sprint is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. If you are struggling to save for a house, but you are still buying artisanal water and small batch crackers, your priorities are broken. You are sacrificing your future freedom for a 3-second hit of status at the checkout counter. Real wealth is being able to buy whatever you want, but choosing to buy what is efficient because you understand the value of a dollar. Most of the wealthiest people I know, people with 8-figure net worths, are the most ruthless grocery shoppers you've ever seen. They buy in bulk. They compare unit prices. They shop at Costco and Aldi. They didn't get rich by being fancy. They got rich by being frugal where it doesn't matter. so they can be extravagant where it does. So, how do we fix this? How do we stop the bleeding? I'm not telling you to eat processed garbage. I'm telling you to stop paying the VIDE tax. Here is the Money Sprint Grocery Playbook. Step 1. The high-low strategy. You do not need to do your entire shop at one store. Buy your staples, frozen vegetables, eggs, olive oil, beans, rice, cleaning supplies at the discount grocer. You will save 40% instantly. If there is a specific specialty item you truly love that only the fancy store has, fine, go there once a month and buy just that one thing. But do not let the specialty store become your default store. Step 2. The unit price audit. Ignore the big price on the tag. Look at the tiny number in the corner that says price per ounce or price per pound. The high-end grocer loves to use shrinkflation, putting less product in a fancier-looking bottle to hide the fact that they are charging you triple the market rate. The unit price never lies. Step 3. The frozen secret. Frozen organic vegetables are often more nutritious than the fresh ones sitting under the mist in the fancy store. Why? Because they are flash frozen at the peak of ripeness, whereas the fresh kale has been sitting in a truck and on a shelf for a week, losing nutrients every hour. Frozen is cheaper, lasts longer, and is often healthier. It is the ultimate money sprint hack. Step 4. The no plastic rule. If it comes in a plastic container and it was cut or cooked by a human being in the store, don't buy it. That is where the 500% markups live. Buy the ingredients, not the labor. Step 5. The grocery list script. Never enter a grocery store without a written list. If it's not on the list, it doesn't exist. The aesthetic premium relies on your impulsivity. The list is your shield. The high-end grocery tax is a choice. Every week, you have a decision to make. You can choose the experience. You can choose the soft music, the wooden crates, and the dewy kale. You can feel virtuous for 20 minutes while you walk the aisles. Or you can choose freedom. You can choose to save that $100 a week. You can choose to watch your brokerage account grow. You can choose to retire 5 years earlier. The food tastes exactly the same. The vitamins are exactly the same. The only difference is the color of the bag and the balance of your bank account. Stop being a customer of the wellness industrial complex. Start being an investor in your own life. If this video made you look at your last receipt with a sense of regret, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps us reach more people who are drowning in the artisanal tax. Eat well, shop smart, and for the love of God, cut your own pineapple.